And I think we are live, right?
We're live.
We are,
Hi,
I think,
hi,
yes.
hi, Christina.
Hi. Hello. So, hello guys, hello friends. Today we are in a short format, just Manolo and myself. Uh, we wanted to continue the habit, the atomic habit of keeping the lives alive. And today we picked a topic. Uh, we want to see what is for us as an individual, what is company culture. It's a very big term. It's something that is beyond reach. I mean, it's something like we swim in the water, but we are not part of the water. Actually, we are. So let's see what we get out of this topic, Manolo. What is company culture?
Yeah, what is it's a big thing.
It's huge.
I don't know. I mean, the company culture. I think it's a set of values, of principles, of beliefs, behaviors, attitudes, ways of working that defines a company, an organization.
Mhm.
Uh, this is basically a definition from my side. It comprises some written rules or some unwritten rules, like this is how we do things right here. We heard that a lot. Uh, yeah, and it evolves. It evolves in time. I think it's not a static thing. Uh,
Mhm.
it evolves. It depends on the people are joining or leaving the company. Depends on the maturity of the company, how big it is. Uh, yeah, things like that. What is it
Mhm.
for you? I mean,
Yeah, for me, um, I have to admit I'm not always present for me as being part of the culture, although I am. And when I think about it, it's like it's about attitude, as you said, but the intention to have the same attitude, like respect, like the other person that I talk to is human being, and the way I talk to that person, I expect to be talked back. Like if I respect you, I expect that you respect me. Um, I think it's about mindset. Like, do I want to win this battle, or do I want that we both win in this battle? And I think I buy or I borrow from the company culture, whether I am very competitive or I am constructive in my attitude when I think about both parties involved. So it's more like what is the common behavior that we as teams, but beyond teams, how we do things like everyday things.
yeah, so it's about the human interactions, the dynamics between the teams or the dynamics internally and with external, I don't know, suppliers or third parties that you work on, right? With, uh, but what about, I mean, I was thinking, and I had my share of trying to be an entrepreneur, and what an entrepreneur should do, or what a startup should do, or I don't know, what someone who is an investor should do in terms of building a company culture. What, in your
Mm-hmm.
opinion, I mean, it's not a thing that
Yeah,
it's happening right that like that.
yeah, and I don't know if there is a recipe for this. Maybe there are books, I don't know. But it's interesting to know how culture is built. And I'm not sure if this is done on purpose or you have a plan to build a culture, or it just happens just because we use a lot of mimetism and we lose, we use, like, if my project manager uh, respects me, and my project manager or my manager, they have a certain attitude, like constructive attitude, then most probably I would copy that attitude. Whereas if I talk in a special way about the client, my colleagues might speak the same way as I do. So I think a lot of culture or behavior comes from copy paste. However, yeah, as a at the startup level, things happen anyway much faster. Human interaction is much stronger. Yeah, we just talked about that magic number 150. Yeah, and yeah, I think things build up much faster in a smaller environment, whereas in bigger environments, I guess it has to become like something like, yeah, to be aware that you want to build a certain culture.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we both had a lot of experience in different companies. We know each other for a long time. When you join a new company, I mean, you are just seeing, I don't know, interview process. People are asking about what are your values, probably, or something like that. How do you know you are a good fit, or the company is a good fit for you? I mean,
That's a super question. Yeah. How do we know?
how do we know? We take some risks. I mean,
Good point. I guess when you join a company, you hear from friends. I mean, most of us have some research prior to that. I mean, right? And I guess we hear, and if we know that person and we trust that person's opinion, I guess I say, okay, I know that person. If he says that is fine, then it's fine. I don't need to overthink it. But if I go to a company that I don't know, or I heard something that I didn't like in the past,
you're being cautious.
I'm overcautious. Yes, but yeah, I think asking friends and also knowing their patterns and their behavior, then I can do my own opinion. I can make my own opinion. And yeah, what you're saying now, I just realized that it's not only the culture that we have between us, but it's also something that goes beyond the company. It goes far, like to our friends, families, and the others, how they perceive us is also comes from culture.
Yeah, I think there are also a lot of influences from the region of the world in which we are working on. So we both work for large companies with different subsidiaries in all over the world. So I suppose that even if we have a common set of values and behaviors and I don't know rules, each subsidiary has his own particular specific flavor of the local culture, somehow
Yes.
impregnated in their mindset.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think every unit comes with the country culture, language, local country culture, which is indeed may make a difference. But in the end, I think, and the most powerful things remain common, and I come back to to being respectful towards my colleagues, and when I say colleagues, I include clients, because
Okay.
I learned something even when I was very young in a team building. Like, I need to treat my colleagues like I treat my clients, and I need to treat my clients like I treat my colleagues. I mean, it's the same. They are still humans. Everybody has expectations, and I learned that if I handle and I behave the same, it's also easier for me. I don't need to switch mindsets. I can be in one way with you, Manolo, and I can talk in a different way. It's safer. Like it can get into my DNA. So I come back to being respectful, and even if I don't like something, it's important how I say it.
Okay, okay.
So the other person can hear it and do something positive with that instead of fighting back to me with the same negative power. And then it's war.
Yeah, so it's clear that mutual respect should be one of the pillars of a good culture. But I think there are some other stuff like, I don't know, attention for people, growth, empowerment, shared goals, things like that, that it help builds health culture. However, I found myself in situations and even being respectful or having the best intentions, I didn't receive the good feedback from the customers or from some other colleagues because of those differences between uh, cultures around the world. So I think we also need to be mindful about that and understand what are the differences between cultures in terms also of the respect, because I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, some signs of respect are different in, I don't know, in Asia or in Europe or in, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, Africa. Uh,
That's a good
I
point.
I uh, I uh, I read that book, The Culture Map by Erin Meyer. I'm not sure if you know it, but and that was an eye opener for me because I understood a lot of the stuff that happened to me during time, and I think it's really difficult to navigate all of those cultural intricacies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are your experiences with, I don't know, working with different people from around the world? Uh,
Um, It's a learning. It's I always learn something. Yeah, and I always fool myself, So I get into conversation and I say, if I keep I am professional, I am nice, I I do I perform to the best of my abilities, and that should suffice. And no, the way I wrap my message, the way I send my messages, and the way I present things, I realize that they land in different ways depending on where I deliver the message, and the reactions are different. Um, and at some point, I think I don't even know which is the Romanian one. So who am I? But eventually, I think these common grounds like being professional, being nice, positive, open, kind of save the situation
yeah,
and then be open with what happens.
we discussed in our previous meetings, also with Marius and Andrea, about being a tech lead, a team lead. What does it mean? And we discussed about having a lot of experience, how that impacts being in a certain position. What do you think about the culture impact that someone with a lot of experience could have in an organization or in a team? I mean, that could be a person with a lot of experience, but not with a so positive, let's say, mindset or behavior.
Mm,
Do you think it's a relationship between culture and experience, or?
tough question. I might give an answer that is not likable.
Unpopular opinions are
Yes,
popular.
unpopular. Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, I don't think. um, Experience, it does not equal culture all the time. And um, I'll give you an example. It's easier.
Yeah, That will be great.
When in a meeting, when somebody in a high position comes and only states something without asking, what is your opinion about to the others? Okay, that person is experienced, but what about leadership? What about why are we here in the conversation? Do you want me to take notes and say I do? Or is this a conversation that you want me to contribute? Or and yeah, even if you have a culture of being open and yeah, or care about the person next to you, sometimes this may slip. So yeah, I guess I don't think experience or people with high experience necessarily also carry all the what it means to also follow the company culture. They might or they might not. Let's call it like that.
Okay.
But I'd say we come back to what is leadership, and not necessarily in a context of company culture, but just in the context of leadership per se, And yeah, that's a different conversation.
Okay. So you are saying that the culture is impacting or is impacted by the leadership, the hierarchical organization, and maybe some office politics.
Yes, maybe. But I like your point, like who creates the culture, coming back like to who creates the culture or who is responsible to promote the company culture, And it's again, do we have a plan for it, like something that we see being done in a rational way, planned way, formal way, or it's something that comes more in an informal matter? I don't know. It's interesting.
That's a really, really good question about who is responsible for the culture. I think everyone should be everyone. I mean, at various levels, attributions that you have in the organization, you can contribute to the culture of the company. I'm expecting that the leadership, the senior leadership, to play an important role. But I think in the end, everybody
It's on us.
is responsible to create and maintain a positive environment, learning culture, a growth culture, to support each other. I mean, basically, if I'm remembering asking people during the interviews I had with candidates, everybody is looking for that. I mean, at a declarative level, everybody is looking for that. Not sure if the behaviors are in concordance with the needs, but in the end, I think everybody should be a part of this.
Promoting, yeah.
Promoting
and
it, yeah.
it's interesting what you say, yeah. So candidate ask if we have a friendly culture, let's say, but do you come with a friendly culture? Do you come with a friendly attitude? Are you open to embrace the friendly culture? This is, yeah, okay. Like I know how to ask. Do I give back what I receive? Yeah, giving back what we receive. This is something else which I think applies at individual level. Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Giving back, it's an important thing. So I think we both understand this very well, because after all those years, I know that you and myself, and also
when we were
our
younger.
colleagues, yeah, no, but right now we are in this process that we are giving back to from what we know, and try to share our experience. And I think after all those years, I think this is one of the I don't know, the rewards that we have, something that it motivates us besides the other perks that we have in a company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So at least
Yeah.
for me, I mean.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, also, I think that after all the years when I was young and I kind of accumulated, I'm not sure I gave back with the same energy. I don't know. Maybe I apologize to people when I was younger and I maybe I was not quite easy to listen to. So thank you. But now definitely it's the time when I can compensate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, I was thinking about what other factors could influence the culture. So we're discussing before our live about the pandemic impact that had on our behaviors and how we work and things like that. I think also some external factors like a pandemic or some crisis could impact the culture of a company or the behaviors.
Yes.
Not
Yeah, I think
necessarily in a positive way
yeah,
all the
pandemics
time.
definitely didn't do for this topic, didn't cause a positive impact. I mean, I think we lost a lot. We lost the ability to communicate, to be kind, to be, to share without being, I don't know, in a formal process. I I feel the need for this. I mean, I feel the loss. Yeah, and I think now we are just building, or we are looking for something that we lost. We don't. Me personally, I'm searching. I don't know what I'm searching, but definitely something that I feel like a loss, and I need to fill the gap.
I'm sure that you'll find it in the end.
Yeah, and I'm also sure that I will find something that will be different than what we had before the pandemic. I mean, the world is recreating itself. I mean, things just come up as new, with new ideas, new approaches, and this is positive. I see it as a positive, and also I understand that being a transformation, it's a time when things are blurry. Think people are unhappy. People go through this, the discomfort of being in search for something. We just need to be patient enough and loving enough to each other to go to survive well the transformation process, and we end up in a better world. Come on, what what words am I using?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I
positive
think
note.
I think it's we have some time since we are discussing Manolo. Um, I think we are good to maybe to end with this
Positive note, yeah. And
positive note that
I encourage you to comment and to share with us what company culture means for you. What are the values, or what are the elements of a healthy culture? And thank you for watching us. See you next time. Thank you, Christina.
thank you.